Good day, and welcome to the Government House Weekly Press Briefing and COVID-19 Update for the week of September 26, 2022. For the benefit of the radio listening audience, I am Government House Communications Director Richard Mota. Assistant Commissioner Ruben Malloy is joining me on behalf of Health Commissioner Hussein Kanasyong this afternoon for the latest COVID-19 data and information on where Virgin Islands residents can get a COVID-19 test, vaccine, and booster shot. I also have Vitima Director Daryl Joshin here to provide a tropical weather update and some other exciting news from the Virgin Islands Territorial Emergency Management Agency. So without further delay, I will turn over this afternoon's briefing to Assistant Commissioner Malloy.
Thank you, Director Mota. Good day, beautiful Virgin Islanders. The latest COVID-19 numbers indicate we have 73 active COVID-19 cases territory-wide, 49 on St. Croix, 23 on St. Thomas, and 1 on St. John. Hospitalizations territory-wide are 8 total, 2 on St. Croix at the 1F Louis Hospital and Medical Center, and 6 on St. Thomas at the Snyder Regional Medical Center. The Department of Health asks residents to protect themselves from severe illness, hospitalization, and death from the COVID-19 virus by becoming fully vaccinated. The new bivalent vaccines are available for persons ages 12 years and older for the Pfizer vaccine, and the Moderna vaccine is available for those of age 18 and older. We also recommend our immunosuppressed and senior populations opt to take the 2022 seasonal influenza vaccine at the same time they receive the new bivalent COVID-19 booster. Both vaccines are available as a part of our regular Department of Health clinic schedules. The original COVID-19 vaccine for children will continue to be provided for children receiving their primary series through the Maternal Child Health, also known as MCH, on all 3 islands. On St. Croix, MCH appointments can be made by calling 340-244-0016. On St. Thomas, appointments can be arranged by calling 340-777-8804 at extension 2600. And on St. John, please call 340-776-6400 for an appointment. The COVID-19 testing schedule is as follows. St. Croix, Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. in the Charles Howard Memorial Parking Lot. St. Thomas, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. at the Snyder Regional Medical Center loading dock. St. John, Wednesdays from 12 noon to 3 p.m. We are pleased to confirm there are no confirmed cases of monkeypox in the territory. Since monkeypox testing began, 13 samples have been sent off island for confirmation testing, and none have come back positive. Despite the department's best efforts to get the word out on how to prevent illness from monkeypox, and that we have vaccines available, we are not seeing the public response as we hoped. So far, approximately 20 members of our community are now fully vaccinated, with 57 awaiting their second dose. Monkeypox vaccines are safe, effective, and provided at no cost. The department has approximately 603 doses of the preferred monkeypox vaccine, Jynneos, available, and encourages persons who feel they might be at risk to consider getting vaccinated by calling 340-774-9000, extension 4663. In our quest to ensure the territory remains monkeypox-free, the Communicable Disease Division will be conducting an assessment over the next 2 weeks based on calls to the monkeypox hotline. That hotline again is 774-9000, extension 4663. Callers will be evaluated to determine their eligibility for the vaccine. If a caller is found to not be presently eligible, they will be placed on a list in a listing for the second tier of vaccinations. The populations included in our first tier of vaccinations are those who are at high risk for infections from monkeypox. Among these vulnerable populations are healthcare professionals, such as laboratory workers, ER, public health, or urgent care clinical staff, and EMS personnel, men who have sex with men, or any of the following individuals who, in the last 3 months, have had 2 or more sexual partners, been using street drugs during sex, had syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, trichomonas, or any other acute sexually transmitted infection, been incarcerated, attended a sex party, or visited a group sex site. And lastly, sex workers are also at high risk for infection. And finally, we have some very exciting news to share on our latest renovation projects. On Wednesday, September 28th at 9 a.m., the Virgin Islands Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, again also known as WIC, will break ground on its St. Thomas WIC headquarters. The original building was severely damaged during Hurricanes Irma and Maria in 2017. The new $3.7 million state-of-the-art structure will provide centralized services to pregnant, breastfeeding, and non-breastfeeding postpartum women, infants, and children up to age 5. The funding for this construction comes from the original $6,465,446 grant provided by the August 2018 U.S. Department of Agriculture Award to the U.S. Virgin Islands Department of Health Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children. This award is pursuant to the authorities of the Bipartisan Budget Act. Also, last week on September 20th, the Coastal Zone Management Board approved the abatement and demolition work for Charles Howard Memorial Complex on St. Croix. The contract associated with this work is pending execution, and work on the design phase for the new structure is 90% complete. This is a huge step in the process toward modernizing the infrastructure of the Department of Health, as well as expanding the array of public health services available to the people of the Virgin Islands. Thank you for the time. Director Mota, now back to you.
Thank you, Commissioner Malloy, and that's great news indeed. As I mentioned at the top, we have the VITEMA Director, Daryl Joshin, here with us this afternoon to share a tropical weather update, as we are in that period where we typically expect more activity in the Atlantic. So without further delay, I will turn over the briefing to Director Joshin now. Director.
Thank you, Director Mota, and good afternoon, Assistant Commissioner Malloy. Good afternoon, Virgin Islanders. Today's tropical cyclone update on Monday, 26th of September, for U.S. Virgin Islands shows at 11 a.m. the National Hurricane Center is tracking one tropical disturbance in the central Atlantic with a 70% chance of formation over the next 48 hours to 5 days. As of the 11 o'clock update, the National Hurricane states shower and thunderstorm activities associated with the area of low pressure located several hundred miles west of the Cabo Verde Islands is showing signs of organization. Environmental conditions appear conducive for additional development, and tropical depression is likely to form during the next couple of days before an upper-level winds become less favorable toward the end of the week. The system is expected to meander during the next day or two and then move slowly northwestward. On other activities in the area, the National Hurricane Center is issuing advisories on recent upgrade Hurricane Ian, located over several southwestern Caribbean seas, which is forecast to gain strength over the next several days as it makes its way towards Florida. As of the 11 a.m. update, the center of Hurricane Ian is located near latitude 19.1 north and longitude 82.7 west. Again, latitude 19.1 north, longitude 82.7 west. Ian's moving towards the northwest near 13 miles an hour. The northwestward motion is expected to begin later today, followed by a northward motion on Tuesday with slightly slower forward speed. A turn toward the northeast with further reduction forward speed is forecasted on Wednesday. On the forecast track, the center of Ian is expected to pass near the west or west of the Cayman Islands today, near or over western Cuba tonight and early Tuesday. Pass west of the Florida Keys late Tuesday and approach the west coast of Florida on Wednesday into Thursday. Currently, the maximum sustained winds have increased to near 80 miles per hour with higher gusts. Rapid strengthening is expected during the next day or so, and Ian is forecast to become a major hurricane tonight or early Tuesday when it is near western Cuba, and remains a major hurricane over the southeastern Gulf of Mexico on Wednesday. The hurricane-force winds extend outward to 25 miles from the center, and tropical storm-force winds extend outward up to 115 miles per hour. The minimum central pressure based on the Air Force and NOAA Hurricane Hunter aircraft is at 980 millibars. There is no threat to the territory from Hurricane Ian. I want to switch now to our National Preparedness Month. VITEMA is in its last week of celebrating National Preparedness Month throughout the territory. This year's theme, A Lasting Legacy, a life you've built is worth protecting. Prepare for disasters to create a legacy for you and your family. VITEMA is hosting several activities for students of the territory as follows. For grades 1 through 5, a disaster art contest. Preparing for disasters is a theme, natural or man-made. Grades 6 through 8, a class video and essay contest, and also for grades 9 through 12, a class video and essay contest. Continuing as part of the National Preparedness Month, I want to thank those who attended, individuals on St. Thomas at the University of Virgin Islands Sport and Fitness Center on September 6th, the Disaster Preparedness in COVID-19 Environment Expo, focused on individuals with disabilities and seniors. The St. Croix event was delayed due to Tropical Storm Fiona. This population can further the readiness on the island of St. Croix as the Governor's Office, Department of Human Services, Department of Health, VITEMA, and other departments have partnered with nonprofits like Association for Independent Living and Disabilities Rights Center to bring seniors and persons with disabilities a signature disaster preparedness in a COVID environment expo at the University of the Virgin Islands Great Hall this Friday, September 30th, 2022, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Many departments will share information with our seniors and persons with disabilities on how to ensure that you've taken proper steps in planning for a disaster. For persons who cannot attend due to limited space, you will be able to join the live stream on the government Facebook page, and you can find more information on the event at the following site, vi.gov/VIADA. Again, vi.gov/VIADA. As another outreach for 2022 National Preparedness Month, the Office of ADA Coordinator, along with Department of Public Works, Fire Services, VITEMA, and Rescue, and several other volunteers, thank you very much, were able to deliver 634 sandbags to seniors and persons with physical disabilities on September 16th, right before Tropical Storm Fiona, on the island of St. Thomas, and 174 sandbags on St. Croix. We still have 79 more bags this week on St. Thomas and 24 more on St. Croix. And we know who you are. We've contacted you, so thank you so much for being prepared to receive those sandbags as we can find volunteers to deliver those. And this will conclude our project for 2022. It was a great success. Thank you, everybody who participated in this and the volunteers, Commissioner Derek Gabriel, and Director Gerald George and his team, as well as Vitima. I have to thank you very much for Ms. David. She manned the phones, took the information, and distributed it both to all three islands to get it out to St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John. In Water Island, we have an additional event coming up on the 1st of October to finalize the sandbags there. So thank you so much for participating in that. One of the future events coming up for Vitima, we want you to be involved. We want you to always stay involved. We want you to sign up. We want you to sign up for a great shakeout, which is on October 20th, a little less than a month away. It was an earthquake drill. It'll happen on Thursday, the 20th October at 10:20 in the morning, and you can join millions of people, not just in the territory, but across the world, to practice earthquake safety. You can visit the website to sign up. It's www.shakeout.org. If you want to be involved specifically for the Virgin Islands /VI or /USVI. www.shakeout.org/USVI to sign up for our 2022 event. We already have 3,000 participants, so thank you for those who've signed up ahead of time. And we want to beat last year's record of 10,000, and we can do it, the combination of St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John. During the Great Shakeout on October 20th, Vitima will also be testing a tsunami siren warning system by sending out alert messages and tones to our 44 tsunami sirens located on St. Thomas with 19 of them. St. John, we have 7. Water Island, we have 1. And on St. Croix, we have 17 sirens. In preparation for this drill in October, this week on Thursday the 29th, between the hours of 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., we will also be testing all our sirens. We have a 41-second, it says tone, followed by announcement with another tone. The sequence is going to be, this is only a test. This is a test of our territory-wide alert system. Then we'll have a second tone, announcement, and a tone for lasting 39 seconds. It says, all clear, please resume your normal duties. All announcements currently will be in English and designed for individuals to hear the announcement within about a quarter mile of the siren. The tone is designed to go much further distance, up to a mile, but may be enhanced or reduced by wind conditions. Vitima is aware of 2 of the sirens on St. Thomas, Fortuna and at Lindbergh Bay sirens, which already been identified as needing additional repair, and a repair contract has been awarded. So those 2 you will not hear go off on this drill this Thursday. The repair parts on this particular siren are outside the scope of the recovery project, which just finished part of a public assistance, but we already identified them, and we'll look forward to fixing those. The testing of our tsunami sirens is on an ongoing basis. It's important to be part of the building confidence throughout the territory, as well as educating individuals located near the sirens on the capabilities as well as limitations. I would say get to know your tone. So it's part of the exercise and drill, so you can understand what that tone is going to be and be able to respond to that. And finally, Vitima reminds everyone to be prepared, stay informed, and be vigilant. Director Moda, back to you, sir.
Thank you, Director Joshin, for that critical information. In other news, the Office of the Governor and the Workforce Development Board are hosting the 3rd Annual Governor's Workforce Development Summit tomorrow, Tuesday, September 27th, at the University of the Virgin Islands on St. Croix. They will also be hosting a similar event at the University of the Virgin Islands on St. Thomas on Thursday, September 29th, and at the Legislature Annex on St. John on Friday, September 30th. The events are free to attend, and the Workforce Development Summits on St. Croix and St. Thomas will take place from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And the summit on St. John will be held from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The summit's theme this year is Creativity and Innovation in the U.S. Virgin Islands' Workforce, and participants can expect a robust dialogue about what employers and employees are currently doing to navigate the new global economy. The Workforce Development Summit also will provide transformative information for employers and employees to help them be more competitive with this constantly changing workforce. Governor Bryan created the Workforce Development Summit in 2019 with the stated goal of stabilizing the territory's economy and creating a sustainable and thriving workforce for the benefit of all Virgin Islanders. For more information or to register, you can go online at viwdb.vi.gov. Again, that website is viwdb.vi.gov. As a reminder, this is for employees looking for, employers looking for talent and workers seeking additional training. During the governor's last State of the Territory address, he reinforced his commitment to the renewable future of the Virgin Islands and announced the development of a low-interest solar financing pilot program was underway within the Virgin Islands Energy Office. In support of this goal, the Virgin Islands Energy Office will begin taking applications starting this Wednesday, September 28th, for its highly anticipated Solar Plus financing pilot program. The Solar Plus financing pilot program is a low-interest on-bill financing program for residential solar energy and battery storage systems administered through the Virgin Islands Energy Office that aims to improve access to residents who have not yet leveraged the benefits of solar within the Virgin Islands. The pilot program will allow property owners to leverage zero-down financing and non-credit-based eligibility to install renewable energy systems and incrementally pay off those investments through their monthly WAPA bill, where their savings will be realized. This program is exclusively available to full-time USVI homeowners with no existing solar installed. I'll repeat that. This program is exclusively available to full-time U.S. Virgin Islands homeowners with no existing solar installed. Selected applicants will receive a 15-year loan to install an approved grid-tier solar energy system with a maximum loan amount of up to $30,000 with an annual interest rate of 1%. Persons interested in the program can find details and eligibility considerations online at the Department of Energy's website, which is energy.vi.gov. And of course, you're always encouraged to follow our social media, the various social media pages for our various agencies. And so for the Virgin Islands Department of the Virgin Islands Energy Office, their Facebook page is facebook.com/Virgin Islands Energy Office. So if you just go to Facebook and you search for Virgin Islands Energy Office, you should be able to find them there. And so you're being encouraged to follow them for program updates and other information on how to make your home more energy efficient. All applications must be submitted online. However, there will be in-office support to assist those individuals who require that as well. For information, you can call the Virgin Islands Energy Office, their St. Croix office, at area code 340 and the number 713-8436, or you can call their St. Thomas office at area code 340-714-8436. In closing this afternoon, I want to congratulate all of the participants who represented their agencies in this weekend's Battle of the Agencies competition, particularly my colleagues here at Government House. Congratulations to the Virgin Islands Fire Service, who won the overall competition, and the Governor Wang F. Louis Hospital, whose team won the obstacle course competition. It was great to see so many people out there this weekend getting active in keeping with the governor's Best Life initiative, and more importantly, working together. That is our briefing this afternoon. I will take any questions from the media now if there are any, and I am being signaled that we do not have any media on the line. And so with that, thank you for joining us this afternoon, and we will see you next Monday, as long as it is not a holiday.